Hey everybody, it's Jeff from New York, and today we're in Orlando, Florida to check out Universal Studios Volcano Bay. Volcano Bay is one of 3 Universal parks here in Orlando, including Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios. They also have City Walk, which is a huge restaurant and shopping area here at the Universal area of Orlando. And just as a point of reference, if you've never been to any of the Universal parks here in Orlando, they're about a half an hour from the Disney parks across town. One of the more quirky things about Volcano Bay, if you ask me, is that there's no drop-off or Lyft or Uber or a taxi. There's really no easy way to get there. Even if you're renting a car or you're a local and you have a car, there's not much of a parking lot. What you have to do is get to City Walk here at the Universal Parks and take a bus over to Volcano Bay, which is what we're going to do, and that's how we're getting there this morning. And it looks like the Polynesian theming begins here. And as I said just a short while ago, this place is just absolutely beautiful. I could just spend a week in this park alone, this water park, and have a great time and go back home afterwards. But I've only got one day to record as much as possible, so that's what I'm going to do today. Show you guys around this beautiful park. Hold on tight and be extra cautious with flip-flops on escalators. Before you actually enter the park, they have what pretty much amounts to a stand-up comedian greeting you as you come in, and also saying goodbye as you leave.
Sure, disguise. I'm wearing my flirty and camouflage right now, so I can understand. Have a good time out there. Get a good picture of the sign. I'll turn up the fountains for you. There you go. Got it? Hey, buddy.
She was pretty much saying to feel free to take pictures, and she was going to turn on the little water valve she had so that there'd be water in the park. That was very nice of her. As you enter the park, you're handed this little Tapu Tapu watch, which is kind of like a magic band, which they have at Disney, only it's for Volcano Bay, and it pretty much gives you access to everything in the park. And if you have an app, it'll also charge any foods and incidentals you might use while you're here during the day. And it also gets you on virtual lines for water park amusements. I guess we finally made it. We're all set. Let's check this place out. And here's a sign just to remind you to return your Tapu Tapu before you exit the park. When you exit, it's going to vibrate just to remind you, and you just have to drop it off in a bucket on the way out. And here's our first photo opportunity. You can obviously use your own camera or video recorder, but you can also use your Tapu Tapu, and a camera will take your picture for you, which will be waiting for you at the photo booth, and you can conveniently pay for it there. And directly ahead, as soon as you walk in, is the volcano at Volcano Bay. If you're staying at Universal's Cabana Bay, you can get a view of this volcano 24 hours a day through your hotel window for a slight premium, kind of like an ocean view, only you get a volcano view, and it's lit up beautifully at night. This volcano does erupt every once in a while. During the daytime, it just makes a lot of noise and a little steam comes out. But at nighttime, that water flows red and it does look like a volcano erupting. And yes, there are water slides that go through that volcano and under those waterfalls and drops you off right onto the beach at the bottom. You'll see all this as we get closer. The weatherman back at my suite said that it would be a hazy morning followed by bright sunshine and a lot of heat. And as the day goes on here at Volcano Bay, we'll find out that he was correct. It does get a lot sunnier, it does get a lot more humid, and it certainly gets a lot more hotter. By the way, I mentioned the Cabana Bay here at Universal. It's a great hotel, and I actually visit that hotel and do a nice walkthrough. That video will be coming up shortly here on the New York channel. The Cabana Bay has a nice 50s and 60s theme going through the entire hotel, including the rooms, and even the restaurants there that you can eat at have videos playing from the 50s and 60s. It's really cool. A lot of surfing stuff. All these huts, when you first walk in, either offer you an opportunity to rent lounges and cabanas. Of course, lounges are available throughout the park for free. Well, they come with your ticket purchase, I should say. But if you want a premium lounge or a cabana or something like that, you can rent them right here. Also, this is a great place to make a restroom stop if you've traveled here and need to go to the bathroom. And there's also some shops here to pick up some incidentals you may have forgotten. And as with most water parks, there's lockers and showers as soon as you walk in. You can switch out of your street clothes and into that bathing suit, or as you're leaving, out of that wet bathing suit and back into your street clothes. But there's also a locker and shower on the other end of the park here at Volcano Bay, and if you're looking for a little more quieter place, that's the one to go to. And don't let this place fool you, it's not just for kids and families. If you're coming with a bunch of adult friends, there are tons of places you can get adult beverages around here. If you're renting a cabana, there's refrigerators fully stocked with booze, and there's fruit platters and things you can order, and lunches that they'll bring right to your cabana. It's a really great place to hang out, whether you're with kids or without kids. All right, I'm gonna shut up for a few moments. We're gonna take a walk around this place and check it out. And here we have the inside of one of many cabanas here at Volcano Bay. They are usually 2 stories, the top one if you prefer a little more privacy. I believe they're fully stocked. I don't know about that refrigerator or not, but if it's not, you can certainly order alcoholic drinks or soft drinks. You can order anything in the park, from burgers to cheese platters and fruit platters, and whatever your heart desires, they'll be more than happy to bring it to you for a price. Throughout the park, safety vests are available for children and adults as well, and they're color-coded so you can easily find your size. This is Francesca, the fabulous flamingo, and she'll show up on all my Volcano Bay videos. Sometimes she's easy to find, other times quite elusive like all the other mascots. If you do find her, leave the timestamp where you found her in the video and you'll get a shout out on an upcoming video. Here's a nice little way to store your shoes while you're in the water. And you'll find these little kiosks throughout the park close to the rides that they represent. If it says there's no wait, then you just go on the ride. If it says something like 15 minutes or 30 minutes, you tap your Tapu Tapu watch against it, and when your time is ready, your watch will vibrate and it'll let you know what ride's waiting for you. It's pretty ingenious. By the way, if you go to the Volcano Bay website, and I'll leave a link down below, it says Make Waves. It's a water theme park, which is like a theme park with a whole lot of water. And that big thing in the middle is just like a real volcano. Because you know volcanoes have water slides, the kind that make you chicken out at the last minute unless your friends or kids peer pressure you. And if you're more of the go with the flow type, we got chill things like Winding River, Wave Pool, and lounge chairs. Doesn't get any chiller than that. Remember, this is the South Seas Oasis, and nothing says oasis like a volcano. They got some humor going on their website, and I kind of like that. Some of you may be wondering what the ticket price is here at Volcano Bay, and it does depend upon the day of the week and if it's a holiday or not, but in general, the tickets are about 80 bucks for the entire day. And I really think that's a decent price. I mean, all day long, you got a lot of sun and fun here. If you include one of the other parks here at Universal with your Volcano Bay ticket, either Universal Studios or Islands of Adventure, obviously the package is cheaper than if you bought them separately. And if you buy all three and on multiple days, it becomes even cheaper. You can also get an express pass here at Volcano Bay, but if it's not that busy, and don't forget you have that Tapu Tapu watch, it's really not that necessary. Unless the park is extremely busy, then you might want to consider that. And that's about, I think, 30 bucks. We've passed a couple of places during our walk so far for eats and drinks. Some of them include Bamboo, which is kind of like a burger joint. Then there's Dancing Dragon's Boat Bar, which is a place or a hangout for the adults with some adult beverages. Then there's Kahola Reef Restaurant and Social Club, known for their sandwiches and specialty sandwiches. There's Kanuku Boat Bar, again, adult drinks there. There's the Feasting Frog, which is known for snacks. And then there's the Wakawaiwai Eats. Let me try that again. Wakawaiwai Eats. I think I'm saying that right. And that's all kind of like specialty food, including focaccias and things like that. Okay, stop laughing. How do you pronounce Wakawaiwai? If you want, you can get one of these single-family, so to speak, cabanas. They're a little bit more expensive. Some of them can hold up to 18 people, and it looks like someone left a picnic basket on this one, just waiting for these people to arrive. Should I help myself, or is that a little too Yogi Bearish? Well, perhaps I'll leave that picnic basket to the rightful owners and try something out here at the Waikawaya place that I still can't pronounce. So I got to thinking, I pay a mortgage every month, as many of you do, whether it's a mortgage or rent and utilities and everything else, and I decided if I ever won the lottery, instead of paying a mortgage or paying rent, I'd rather have one of these freestanding cabanas to myself in a far-off corner of this park and have free meals delivered to me as well as cocktails, and I can walk around whenever I want and just have a great time, and I think that's the life I'd like to live if I won the lottery. I mean, really, who needs a Rolex when you can have a Tapu Tapu watch and get a lazy river anytime you ask for one, and then you can get your picnic basket filled with cheeses and smoked meats and fruits and cocktails and... oh my god, I wish I could do that. And if that lottery I won was a Powerball lottery, why, I'd have all of you guys, all of my subscribers, I'd close the park for a day, have all of you come over, I'd fly all of you out individually, wherever you live in the world, because I know I have some international viewers. I'd just fly you all into Orlando, invite you into my Volcano Bay, in a free water park, free drinks, free food for everybody. How does that sound? Hey, Jeff from New York, wake up. Listen, you gotta finish editing this video because you gotta get to work now. Listen, you gotta take the garbage out, take care of that kitty litter, and don't forget you got a root canal appointment at 4 o'clock. Well, looks like I've fallen back to earth. Coming up soon from Orlando. There is so much more to come. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, comment, ask some questions, and most importantly, subscribe by clicking on the button on the left. You can visit all of my New York videos by clicking on the top right, or check out my videos on other favorite places to visit by clicking on the bottom right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around the city.